Hi friends, Tiana Smith here with TianaSmithCoaching.com, and I wanted to come live just for a few minutes and talk to you about a very specific mindset that has been super difficult for me to work on. I'm still working on it, but when I'm in flow and able to practice it, it is incredible how sales flow to me, more love from relationship flows to me, just my own self. It's easier to live in myself. And so I want to talk to you about it. It's like a law of non-attachment. It's the law of non-resistance. And good to see you, Sydney. Good to see my friends. So, what that means is it's kind of like being like water, is how it was explained to me years ago. And this is the same time that I heard about this for the first time, was the same people that taught me about affirmations, about timers, and about just like that life is what you say it is. So if you say so. So if you're saying that things are hard, they are, because if you say so. If you say so, it's a different way of thinking. I can't dive into all of it. I will be happy to give you some resources at the end. I will give you my favorite resources. But the law of non-attachment, or the law of non-resistance, means you act as if it's like already happened, whatever that thing is. So you hold yourself in alignment with who you're going to be. This is also beautiful, loving unconditionally. So instead of being like, I'm going to do this if that person does this, and it's very similar to the golden rule. It's like, I'm going to show up and give value no matter what, right? And this is how I hold myself with marketing. It's, and this is why people are like, why does that work for you? I'm like, well, because I love people. Like, I really do. I know that my needs are going to be met, and it's detaching from the outcome of how. Okay, so let's say it again. So you're holding yourself, you're acting as if it's already happened, and then you're detaching from the outcome of how it will happen or with whom it will happen. Let's say you want to find true love, right? So you're detaching, even if you're dating somebody, like, so you're not going to treat them so much of things as ping pong with people. And yes, let's say we do need boundaries. Absolutely. We need to have healthy relationships and people in our life. But let's take the toxic out. And let's say you're just showing up and you're like, I'm going to show up for what is right for me. And then by doing that, you're releasing any attachment to how they're going to be. And that's hard, because we think that when we hold on to that control, it's going to change it. But in fact, it makes it worse, because then you're like, oh, well, I got them a Valentine's present, so they should get me one. It's not like that. It's like, I'm getting this thing because I love this person. And it could be friendship, it could be romance, it could be your children, it could be clients. Let's talk about sales though, because I said about sales, right? So how does this work with sales? Well, I first of all pre-qualify people. This is an important part of the sales process. But once I'm done with the call and I've sent the estimate, I've done everything in my power, I literally detach from the outcome. If they have not already paid me, I'm not like, oh, if I know my money is going to come from somewhere. And so if it's the right fit, and so by detaching though, what's amazing is that person doesn't feel that pressure. Have you guys ever been in a relationship? You feel the pressure. Like, you know, that person's acting that way with strings attached. So here's my challenge and encouragement for you. Be yourself authentically everywhere you go, and detach from what you're getting from it. Give the person a flower, a stranger. It's not about, they don't know me, what will they think? Good or bad, guys, good or bad. It's saying like, I'm going to be me. I don't care what other people think. It's not care in a whatever way. It's care like I'm going to be me no matter what. And I'm detaching from the outcome of how those things are going to happen, but I'm also walking in alignment knowing it's going to happen. I will always have more money than I need. I will always have true love in the places that I need it and require it at the right time. Okay, this is so much easier said than done. Believe me, I've cried. Things don't go as planned. But when I, again, realign and get back to, I'm gonna do this thing and I'm gonna be me, I feel so free, because then I know like the right people will be with me. You can't get the right people out of your life. You just can't. Because when you're acting in alignment with who you are, the right clients will flow to you, the right love, the friendships, all of it. But when you're attached to how, or attached to the outcome, it rarely happens. And if it does, it doesn't happen as smoothly as it could have. So it's okay. We can forgive ourselves. We can say, all right, I need to realign. And the past is already the past. You guys, the past is already the past. This is so cool. Like, you don't need to stress about it right now. Like, you can be like, the past is the past. I'm going to walk in this full alignment. So let me know what you think in the comments. Here's some resources for you. Bob Proctor, The 11 Forgotten Laws on YouTube. That's Bob Proctor, The 11 Forgotten Laws on YouTube. Get the book, You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor ASAP. And, get a spiritual coach. And I have somebody that I work with, but it is a law of attraction thing. But those are, Bob Proctor, I think, really hits the nail on the head, and he does it in a way that's really action steps. He gives action steps. So I really like him. And you can follow me, reach out to me. I help people do this in sales and in marketing. That's my specialty. So it's not just building funnels, what I do. I teach people how to show up on social media in a heart-centered love way. And I really just love, thank you, Sydney Eve. You are the best client, one of my best clients. I hold you guys all in such high esteem. I so appreciate you. And I miss this real deal, amazing love woman here. Like, she talk about love. I think that the overall arching thing of the non-resistance is love. It is a Jesus thing. It is a God thing. It's like a thing that's like, and you don't have to believe in those things to practice this law. That's what's cool too. But the thing is that I feel like it goes back to that. It's this whole thing, like, you just love because it's the right thing to do. And it is so difficult. It's ingrained in all of us. We've had experiences where I'm guilty of it as well, where I love and I look at like, well, I feel like that person should have done that because I did that. And I'm like, whoa. And then when I can forgive myself, and then I can just detach and be like, and even an hour call, let's say I spend an hour with a prospect and they don't sign up. I could be like, they wasted my time. Or I can be like, I really hope they got something from that. Maybe one day they'll sign up. But I know that the seeds I'm planting, I showed up. I did my part, and I know the increase is coming. It's a law. That's a law of giving, sowing, reaping and sowing. So that's what's cool is like, you may not sow where you're sowing may not be where you reap. Type that in the comments. Where you're sowing may not be where you're reaping. Somebody might give you a house. Somebody else that you've never known might give you a vehicle, or somebody you don't know and never have worked with refers you $100,000 worth of clients. You don't know where the reaping is coming from. So that's why you can sow in love, and it changes everything. God bless you guys. I'm Tiana with TianaSmithCoaching.com. My magical minute with you, or a few minutes. And I hope you have a beautiful, blessed Friday. Thank you for being my friends.